there is at least some progress that's happened. Not much, I'll admit it. But, some.
Well, sadly there's no snow here. Well, powdered snow yet, so that I can get my husk. No, my stray, I know what they are. But, yeah, as you can see from my spyglass and from here, which I totally did not put a meme sound on, I'm now down to just under a quarter of that drain. However, that's not the one we're focusing on today. This one is. And I'm so pleased that this works so well. Because I've now dug, not all the way to bedrock, but I have dug a trench to bedrock. Which means, as you can see over there, that I can take down the walls. And it should all work perfectly fine. Now, I'm just going to empty everything of remote use other than my pickaxe out of here, because I have an awful lot of cobblestone to pick up. Like, a lot of cobblestone to pick up. Honestly, that one, I'm really looking forward to how that's going to look when the water cascades over it. I'm really hoping it looks good as well. If it doesn't, that'd be kind of sad. But hey.
1, 2, 3, 4 walls down. Alright, well, now I'm gonna just quickly pop into the spectator mode so I can show it to you from above. This is the only real use of cheats mode. Well, no, actually, it's also because of how I do my backups. But here, as you can see, it looks really quite cool, and I do need to dig out the rest of it, but look at that. My drop of just sheared off water from the surroundings. I might edit the geode a bit later on, but that'll be one of the last things I do in this area.
Well, I'm now down to the final few layers, and you might be wondering, well, when you get it down to the bottom, how are you going to make sure you don't accidentally end up with water flowing awkwardly in a way that you don't want? Well, if you just pop down here, you'll see that I have emptied all of this area out. And while the water does some slightly weird things here, that's below the level I care about. So, now we just have the final 2 layers that need removing. And it's all moss. Everything of value has been removed.
Well, the perimeter is now fully dug out, and here is the casualty list. Well, not quite casualties, as I can and will go fix them. So, to the drowned farm I go.
The fruits of my labour. 64 copper. Which I should be able to turn into a lot. Well, okay, several blocks. Now, you may be noticing that I now only have 3 hoes. And a creeper head. Well, there was a thunderstorm before I started recording. And I decided to try and get the creeper head. I did get the creeper head, but in the process I died, and in the process of getting them back, I lost one of the hoes. And also my boots. So, that's fun. Anyway, those should now be spread out. But I was planning on, well, 1, tearing this down and building a blacksmith's. Now, the reason for this boat is because if I wait for night time, I should be able to get 2 phantoms in this boat. And if I get them under that roof, they won't die. At which point, I can attempt to kill 2 birds with 1 arrow. But I've got to wait for night time. The thing that definitely happening soon. Yeah. I did make a slight error by killing the phantoms already, which, if I know what the advancement tab is... There we go. Kill two phantoms with one piercing arrow. Fortunately, you'll never know if it's true or not. Here's a dramatic recreation. I have the slab set up, and I wonder if this works. Oh! I got the achievement. Whoops. Yeah, as you can see, I've removed the bees from here, because this structure's gonna go down. Most things are gonna go down. I'm probably gonna find somewhere to put all of these chests that isn't just lying around in random storage. What I will likely do is just dig a hole for all the irrelevant ones, because I really need a storage area, but I cannot quite decide where or how it should be. Nope. And obviously I've got quite a lot of stuff that can't really... a lot of this stuff could probably be stacked into smaller places. So what I'll probably do is, if I go down, and instead of going immediately down into this cave, and follow along here, past the memorial area, there's this nice little end place down here. I say nice little end place, it's more the cave ends. And if I just start moving chests back there, and piling them in, and just keep going backwards, with the exception of things that I think will be useful for the next project, which admittedly is happening before I get the blacksmith built, and it's terraforming the island, hopefully. That should work okay. I'm not sure why the sound isn't working, but every trick I've tried is failing me. As you can see, I'm in the drowned farm currently, getting a lot of XP, so that now that I have, in fact, put all of my boxes in the back of a cave. But you know what, let's see if the drowned stay here if I go to the cave. It is only just a little way away, so it should work. That might be a bit further away than I think now, considering the fact I have to go up the bubble velvet. You know what? I have to go up. I can't do words. But now, look at my wonderful chest containers in this little cave that totally makes sense and isn't just me moving them so I can... well, moving them to out of the way. I obviously have my dirt and stone immediately available for reasons. But now that I've got that all sorted, and I have to go back and forth to pick up anything, more than I had to before, I am grinding out... you know, I really should have done that while I was away from it. Grinding out some experience so that I can fully enchant all of my gear. So I have a set of fortune and a set of silk. It's got double of everything, except, you know, swords, because I cannot be bothered to get my weapons smith out already. Wow, that was a lot of copper. However, this should probably be enough, and it will mean that all of the zombies that aren't holding things will... sorry, the drowned that aren't holding things will just despawn. Very nice of them. I really do not need all this rotten flesh or additional drowned heads, so I should probably get rid of them. However... oh, my copper blocks! I forgot about them. And now I will add to their number. Very poorly, because I cannot be bothered. However, they will all be more than 4 blocks apart. And I don't think my anvil will break immediately. But, you know, it's possible. So, pretty sure that that will be enough, and this is my fortune shovel. So I'm just calling it fortune. Now, you'll notice I have a slightly odd combination of tools in my inventory. That being a duplicate of everything except a hoe. This is for the very, very simple reason that, well, when I put the axe back in the container, it will be everything, not netherite, that I don't need for debris mining. And I'm intending on going debris mining so that I have a full set of everything netherite. Now if I put my axe away, the sword will go over here, and I cannot be bothered, so they're going to sit in here for now. Oh look, it's my endless collections of lava and a blast furnace. I will get all the required gold for this, and I will get all of the required netherite for this, and then I do need to go get a smithing table. You know what? I'm going to let you see the absolute horror that is attempting to sort through this system. I should have brought the copper down here, but I'm already down here, so it's too late. Now, I do have a pretty good guess of where the smithing table will be. I say, clicking on several... I've gone too far. Clicking on a lot of boxes. Here we go. Where's my smithing table? There's my smithing table. And you know what? The copper will be deposited back when everything else has been deposited. And I will end this by going into the copper farm and clearing up the lag maker, also known as all of the remaining drowned, which there appear to be several of. Oh, not too many. I was worried there'd be more. But you know, this is not too many to clear out, I imagine. Ah, neat, another piece of copper. Oh my word. I'm pretty convinced that most of these are probably holding copper. But now that that's all cleared out and I can... Why is that... Okay, there's a chest in the corner for some reason. Oh, it's most likely there because I was intending on having a hopper minecart that just moved across so I wouldn't have to deal with lag stuff and setting up a storage system, but I realised it was far too close and I could not be bothered to rejig the entire system to work properly. So I left it alone. At some point I will come back to that. You know what? Let's other notes. No, oh yeah, I actually have that now. If you'll notice, this is the box of things that I do and don't have. I need the Wither Skulls, and I need a Nether Star, but I have this. What I am going to do is better villager, breeder, drowned, farm, storage, add iron farm to breeder, terraform island. You know what, that's going to stay there. I do not care enough to fix it. And you know what, I'll add some other notes if I think of them while I'm in the nether. However, what I am going to do is remove my crocs. And, you know what, I've got my backup notes for a reason. You know what, I'll bring them with me. And, even better, I have 64 bottles of enchanting for my pickaxe. For when it gets low. Well, admittedly, I'll probably run out of inventory space, and given that I actually want netherrack. Oh no, I actually need netherrack, don't I? For, well, all four corners. And that seems like the perfect place to end this. I will go off netherite mining. While I go netherrack mining, feel free to subscribe. You know what? Feel free to subscribe. I'm sure that works just as well as subscribing. Or I might, you know, get lost in the algorithm.